Next shift.
Okay, I'm just doing a little bit of editing, and I just realized that I did not introduce myself, so my greatest apologies, Jimpkin. I'm Chino. I play D1 in PHL, so, anyways, I hope you enjoy the hour-long VOD review. I always try and aim for 45 minutes, so I apologize, but you're always willing, or you're always, just allowed to speed up the video just a little bit if you'd like. Okay, so I see you start this a little bit into the first period, so obviously I can only cover so much of it, but there's a couple things I just first want to talk about. I like how you have your map has good transparency, you can see pucks through it, that's good. I get that it's a little bit preference, but the warehouse does restrict the puck. If the puck does end up flying above the warehouse hitbox and it's going to come down and you land, you might not be able to see it if you're trying to look over your shoulder and see if the puck is actually like coming down or where it is. Like, it might restrict a frame of reference. So if you end up finding yourself, in the future being like, like this is something I wish I could, see, then that would be another thing. And then also the fact that your FOV is at like 130 or 140 or something. This is almost nauseating, and I mean, once again, this is pretty much all preference, but I would almost always suggest that your FOV is never this high, because the game is extremely difficult at this FOV. Everything is extremely like, this guy's doing a drive-by, and it looks like he looks extremely far here, and within half a second he's on top of you. So just a little something there. But okay, right here, this plays fine. Like, I can get you trying to just get rid of it, but you need to be confident as a skater. You need to be willing to take a long route, maybe around behind the net or go through, because if you look, you have options to go ahead and extend the ice, which will allow yourself to have a pass, and you won't just give up a turnover. But if you're genuinely scared about what's going to occur, then I think this is your puck any day of the week, regardless. Like, I get you're trying to leave it for him, but you can literally just cycle through. You have a good option here. You're gonna beat this guy, and you have a teammate who you can you can do your F1 to F2 pass here, anywhere on this line. Okay, so just a goofy mistake. Okay, good. You're getting to open ice. That's good. Okay, you are literally never, ever looking at this. You're not even, like, you're staring at the whole entire rink at this point even. You see how you have so much of the rink in your view? You're crutching on the fact that you have such a high FOV that you can see almost here to here, right? And that's not necessarily a good thing, because, you would notice, hey, it looks like I'm pretty open. And then, you come look at the map and you're like, okay, the pass is never getting to me. I need to move somewhere. I need to do something else. Because no matter what, you're never open here. It's got to come over. And if you look at the map, this guy, even though he doesn't look that close to you, he is going to come get the puck from you. So that's another really important thing, is like, oh, never mind. You're not even on the boards. All right. I'm sorry. Right here, it looks like you were all the way over on the boards. Okay, that's fine. You're crashing the net. I don't believe there's any audio to this. No, there's not. Okay. Just didn't know if there's any comms or anything. Okay, I like how you circle all the way back through into your defensive zone. Just make sure you're ready to... Okay, good. Okay, see, like, you have a good grasp on, like, where you're supposed to be. Let's see. Nice. You don't overcommit either. making some good turns. Just watch out here, right? Like you have to see that your teammate's kind of in a bind, so you want to go ahead and slow down and start to idle through this area, so you can figure out where you need to go, whether you need to turn this way, or if you got your teammates are gonna end up being able to get the puck out, and you want to be an option over here in the point. Just be patient, because right here you would definitely rather be still facing this direction going down here rather than having turned all the way up, because now you're going to have to make this full circle. Okay, nice. Good job being boards. I would turn earlier here. Like once you see this, go ahead and make your turn back, because you may need to go ahead and help on defense, because you never know what's gonna happen. Especially if I assume this is V, considering you guys are the only 79s in the league. This is probably gonna be an option made by any other player, but yeah. So you circle back slow. Do you notice how if you had gone ahead and circled here, you would have been back in time? Well, I mean, you kind of do take the option. I'm talking about at this point, though. So I stopped it a little late. You would have gone back a little bit quicker. You're doing a pretty good job holding your stamina, too. Like, you're not... And you are following the play a little bit too much, right? Like, 17's your guy here. Because number 10 is going to, This guy... Oh, what? Sorry. This guy is not going... He's not in the play, right? He's taken himself out of the play. He's not, He could have went ahead and progressed somewhere, but he's not going in. So number 10 is going to go ahead and double cover this guy, because once again, he's one of the best skaters in the game. So it's reasonable. I mean, playing your cards correctly. This is your guy. You just got to stop and go ahead and play him, because 17 is going to probably be worrying about this guy being that he's the lowest man, or technically the highest man, but the lowest in your zone. Okay, good. He's a good job of getting it out. I wouldn't follow the play so closely here. You should really peel off a little bit more. Well, I don't even... Golly. I'm sorry. This is just, like, nauseating for me to look at. The fact that the rinks looks this small, this is going to make it extremely hard to, like, find passes, and, like, your frame of reference is going to be extremely skewed whenever, anybody's coming at you or you're doing, anything. But I'm not going to keep commenting on it, but I might state whether or not I feel like it was an FOV issue if something occurs later, but you should definitely be over in, giving him some sort of drop option that is not, directly onto someone behind you. Because, I mean, you can look, it almost looks like he ends up trying to make that pass right here. Whether or not that's because the goofy stick collisions that we have, or not, but okay, it looks like you do look at your map here. I'm trying to see how I feel about this. I mean, yeah, it worked. I would get your stick a little bit more, like, try and put some more emphasis on your stick, right? Like, whenever you are going to challenge a player like this, like, you're doing good by having your stick setting neutral, because that's going to be your best chances to win the 50. But, like, really kind of, like, lean, how you would lean into a player in real life, like, you really want to kind of lean, like, in essence, try and lean into the play as if you are actually there. And, you kind of just get beat here because you're not fully trying to block off this backwards option. So, and you do this here, right? And you instantly boost back into this. You should really just keep going straight without using any of your stamina, because you know if you need, you can always come back and use it later on while you're coming down the ring if you need to catch up. But you can play patiently and wait for this guy to actually start accelerating too, because you're in front of him. Because do you end up board bouncing here? Not really, but you do hit the boards, which instantly changes your direction. And look, now you're sitting at 17, you have no boost already, and you're going to be flying into this guy. And then he ends up beating you by just playing patient. Teammate tries to come in and help, and then you guys still end up not having possession of the puck. Teammate does a great job of picking up an option where there should be two guys there. I mean, it doesn't really seem to me that you really took too much too much note into what you're doing here. I mean, I see that the goalie is a bit off of his line, but even with an FOV this high, you still can't see this guy down here, which is literally a perfect pass. Because this guy literally is just, he's just straight posted up right here. This guy isn't on him, and he can literally do anything here. He can pick up the puck on his whatever side of his hand, move this way a little bit, and you turn back in, and he finds you on this extremely good option, which is something that I have done multiple times. I mean, I think I've done it twice in the past 2 days, so if I end up doing some actual editing, I'll insert those clips right here.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh,
God!
Nice play.
Barango, let's go, fellas. But yeah, that's a pretty standard play, along with coming across the goalies. If the goal, think about this, the goalie's sitting here, trying to block a shot from you. He's going to have to adjust again to this side onto where the guy would have moved to, or he would have to move once again. I'm going to change colors. Once again, move here. And whenever you have the goalie moving all this much, the area, or the the margin of error for him to actually save the shot is there's a lot that he can mess up. And the puck gets swallowed by this defender anyways, but this is a prime option. And look what happens here. This guy even blows past. He would have had a free lane. Do you see how open this is? This is egregious. Okay, you don't need to... Okay, so this is not a good... You shouldn't just stop, right? There's nobody even covering you. And if you can keep moving and stay at remain uncovered, that's good. But subjecting yourself to one of these guys, just allowing them to get to you, is not the play. Switch with 21, keep it moving. Get to the boards, because it's the easiest pass you could ever make. I mean, it's hard to say exactly what should occur here. I mean, in my personal, if I were in your position, I 1,000,000% would have either gone here or here to cut off this option. Because as it stands, he can pass it to this guy, but that won't really do anything that he can't already do. So he's probably just going to remain with the puck. Or, like I said, it's going to go all the way around to a completely uncontested half of the rink where your whole team is over here, right? This guy has literally every last bit of the rink to work through. And this could be just full swung over here if he wants to do a like a turn chip, which you're never going to get to. Not before he does it. Okay, so he does something stupid. Loses the puck. Their team still recover. They recover it. Okay, I don't hate using your boost to get back here on defense because you are kind of, trying to stay with this guy. But sometimes, you won't need to use it in every situation. But here's where, like, the main problem is, right? Like, you've used all your boost and you're trying to make sure that this isn't an option. But, you kind of need to trickle a little bit more over to this way, right? You need to route backwards to help cover the other side of the rink, because you can always turn into this, but coming over here and having to turn out into something where he's got different moves. This guy can literally, he can go here and around, otherwise he's going to get chopped here, and you've got your own intersection, whereas this guy is free reign anywhere. So you kind of have to weigh your options whenever you're coming down the rink like this. He ends up finding the pass. Nothing happens with it. Okay. Terrible shot. Cool. This is a little weird because I don't really know what your teammate's doing. But, if your teammate's going to get active, he's either going to cycle through here or take this. And realistically, if you're D1 in this situation, right? So you're D1, this guy's D2. You're here, he's here. Your power. Ooh, sorry, can't English. Your partners here are gonna be. This is. Oh my gosh, that's massive. Huh. This is D1 or F1, and this is this is gonna be your next threat. So you're going to probably want to end up moving over to get to this free ice over here, while also making sure that you're going to be in the same, it's kind of just like picking a person, staying with them. Because, instead of already being over on this side of the rink, now you had to skate over here, and now you're skating over here covered. And also, if you were over here to begin with, 17 could have just swung across rather than having to full swing it out, which is generally a better. There's no threat back here, so he is just gonna full swing at the puck. But if you calm that you're across, it's a good play. Okay, good. You're kind of breaking the structure up of the defense a little bit. They're a little confused. Okay. This guy is just full trolling. So, makes it a little bit less fun for you, but it's whatever. Okay. You're triple committing here. Right? Like, technically 21 is he's still like, you were not forwards leading into this play, right? So you've got to remain on defense. But you triple commit through into it, so fortunately 73 took 7 years to make the pass, so then it got picked up by number 10. Okay, nice. You probably get a really easy pickup here. Okay, cool. Yeah, good try with the shot. How close is he? He's kind of close. You can't really tell by this. This is another FOV thing that I would talk about here. You know, if you weren't, you are moving kind of slow. Like, well, let me back up a bit. Right, you should accelerate first and then exhaust all your boost because you could be moving a lot faster by this point. But if you were able to get to this puck and then also continue up and go across into like pick it up here, move it across over to this point, the goalie would have to do a second dash, right? Legs might open. You might be able to sneak it in into this pocket, this corner pocket of the net. This is really hard when you're picking the puck up here and the goalie's here, right? Like, there's a whole wall basically in front of the net that it's like, it's hard to get through it. So let me go ahead and advance to the. Yeah, like look how far he is out of his crease, right? Like, this is basically a 100% chance you're not going to be able to score this unless you go ahead and I don't know. I mean, really, the only way to do it is just a really drawn out. You got to keep skating a tiny bit. Like I'm not talking about like fully skate around. Like this is a tiny margin of skating, but I'm trying to plant the idea in your head for the next time that you're in a situation like this where you know you kind of get to the puck a little bit quicker than this guy would, and you can make a little extra of an effort to pull your stick around a little bit more, tilt back, you know, just one and get it up over this pad. That would be perfect. But I'm not gonna nitpick it very much. I mean, it's just technique. It's stuff you'll figure out with more hours. Let's see what you do off of face-off. Okay, so this is one thing I comment on a lot normally, is whenever you're in a situation like this, oops, you know, you're going to be, you kind of, a lot of people tend to just trickle into the middle where this guy already is. So, you know, if you don't receive the puck, just go up the boards, right? Like, if the puck comes your defense, you're probably going to be the option, not this guy in the middle. You know, and that's if this guy wins. And if you know if he ends up getting the puck and is able to get it, he's able to control the puck past this point. You should just be going up this way. And you know the puck ends up going that way anyways. And then now you know you're chasing your teammate into the corner. You're definitely very patient, but you don't want to be stopping here. Like just get to the boards and stop. Right? Like you're gonna offer a lot more on the boards. Okay, this is good position. Like if you're just gonna stop here and this guy swings it out, like yeah, I like that. So he uses the out option, makes a bad pass, still able to cover it. And then okay, so now you are literally just sitting still in front of the net. Right? Like this is not gonna help you in any way because right, like you're just gonna have someone come pick up the lane, right? So he's 79 instantly. He's on top of you, picking up the lane, and now you are flat-footed, 0.1 miles an hour, literally waiting for anything else to happen. And the puck's gonna come to you, and this guy is gonna take it and go 3-on-0 down the rink. So you're still just waiting for a pass that's never gonna get to you, right? Like this guy's fighting for his life. He would have had to, like, chip pass it onto your stick from this point. And I don't know any player in the game who can precisely do that. So it gets sticked off by this guy. You try and shoot through it, but he's already got your stick. So, because you know your teammates here and your other defenders are not, you know, all the way up in the slot, you should just go around. I don't think I have to explain why. So once again, you're fully contested, just waiting in front of the net, right? This doesn't do anything. Turn the page, get out, go cycle through, do something where you can allow these guys to have more ability to forecheck the puck. Can't even see what happens here. Just look at the map. Okay, terrible shot. Okay, good try. I mean, this happens, like... I mean, I don't think I would have pushed all the way up into this position. I would have waited here at the point because, you know, if this guy wins it and he gets any seconds of possession, he's going to want to, you know, drop it. Right. Most people who have, or they've been playing PHL pugs for more than 10 hours are going to know that a drop option is generally called for quite a bit, so people are going to start naturally looking for it. And, I mean, look where the puck lands. It actually ends up, I couldn't tell, but it actually lands where you would have been if you had waited at the point. And then now it's a 3-on-2. Wow, this is such a mediocre game. Golly. It's just so crazy how many of these passing opportunities have been blown by the other team. You can slow down, right? Like, you have no boost coming into here, right? Like, I don't know. Even if like, there's no like you not having you boosting into this, you're not covering anything right here, right? You're boosting into nothing, and you speed up by 1 mile an hour, and then you have no more stamina. You've achieved nothing by using your stamina. And it's not like you're you had already blown through this whole area, right? So you're not blocking anything at this point. You could have literally just leisurely skated through and have been more in the play by just, slowing down into your zone. But you end up going 19 in. You don't want to lose stamina, so you make a circle around the board, or momentum, and then you end up being away from 13, who ends up realistically should be getting a pass here, but this guy just, you're not. I don't know. It's just like it's a chain of events, right? Like if you just blow through your defensive positioning, and then you dump the puck and give it away, right? Like you need to take control of it. Okay, good. You want open space. You got to stop stopping. Like being flat-footed, it's like you could have gone to that puck with 0 stamina. Right? Like if you just like right here, just find your way to the boards, right? That's another option. I mean, he's going to take this because these guys are setting up the worst, forecheck of all time. But at least you'll be over here and another complete option. But now you're not on the boards. This guy has picked up the puck, probably now is looking for a pass, and this guy's got his stick sitting over here. So now he has taken such a long time to look for a pass that he is completely blocked. And instead of you being, having been back here and, fully open for a whole second, now you're covered behind this guy. And he's got to find a way to sneak it through his stick to you. Ends up going all the way around. And if you had been moving through this play, you would have been able to pick this up 0 boost. But now you're picking it up with using all your stamina, and you weren't even in the correct position. Like, I do like where your mind is at, like, being patient. And there are certain, like, positions to be patient, but I don't think you should ever really be at 0. Unless you are just so seriously waiting at, like, if you're sitting here and you're on defense and you're waiting at the point and the play is just sitting up here and every other defenseman and offenseman in the game, other than maybe your other defenseman, is sitting up here, then sure, then you can stop because there's no reason to ever be moving away from these perfect out the door passes. But otherwise, you probably should not stop. Even in front of the net, like you still don't want to be like zero miles an hour. Like you want to be having like a tiny bit of extra movement so that you can at least get moving, get something generating without having to crutch your teammates the whole time. Okay, stop on 17 here. Turn around, right? Like you're on him. You know he can be an option here, and you blow past him, and then now he's an option, and now you aren't on him. Okay, so look, now he didn't even get the first pass, but now he gets the second pass by being open where you should be. And beyond me, he makes one of the worst drop passes of his life. Holy. This is a game of all time. There's just like, it's so weird. I don't know why 17's backwards. You're not right. Like, I mean, you saw the guy go behind you, right? Just turn off and go cover him. And then once you see, oh hey, now we have possession of the puck, boom, instantly to the boards. Okay, now it's a turnover, and it's a 2-on-1. And 17's still backwards. I'm not really sure what we're doing. Okay, sends it at net. I'm trying to see if you had like a better FOV, if you could. You might better react to that, maybe not. Okay, Charbard is cherry picking, and he's not being covered by. Yeah. Okay, I do just want to point out too the fact that you did use all your boost here, and like, I mean, where, gosh, dude, I'm trying to use my. I can't use my undo. Oh, okay. You're nowhere near the play. Like you have really good puck control sometimes, or stamina control, and you also have really bad stamina control. It's like you definitely know what you're doing. I can 1,000,000% tell that you've either played other sports games like this or you've played hockey in real life because you know exactly what you should be doing. But, sometimes you just, obviously a stamina bar is not a real thing in real life, so it's not really something that you can be, perfect at. Okay, like I said, slow down into this, right? You're boosting into this guy coming across you. You're going to get burned every time. Slow down and start to make your presence, right? If you slow down, what does this guy have to do? Come in here, right? He can come past you. And then absolutely get mopped by whoever number 10 Sav, I think, right? He's going to get destroyed by this guy. Or he's going to make the longest trek all the way around you into your other guy. So if you just slow down and really plant yourself and, stay at least like 5 or something, keep yourself moving a little bit, you can use the rest of the stamina you've got and really make a difference here. But instead, you boost all the way up into him. And now he can decide to continue going around 17 or make 17 commit, turn in. Like this guy is one of the worst guys to put into this position because he will do anything he needs to just destroy your defense. And not sure if he's trolling or something, but he ends up turning once again into this guy instead of just continuing his turn out. Yeah, he didn't make a conscious effort to do so. And whether it's oh, damn, that might be because it's NA pugs, but he might not be taking it too seriously. Okay, once again using your boost, but you're not really on anybody. Oops. Okay. Boom. How wonderful would it be to have a full stamina bar right here? This might... I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't really comment on that, but... It's not even a bad opportunity to try and pass it, but... Oh, hold on. Let's get a little peek at this. So you got 2 passes with 40 seconds of possession. 2 takeaways. Oh, then that's Charbard. You got 15 4 passes. I mean, second period, I would probably expect a little bit more possession and passes, but... Okay. Right here. No boost. Right? You're boosting back to your defensive zone as F1 and you're not near anybody. This is not how you use your stamina. Right? Like, this guy makes a mistake. If you hadn't used any boost and you took the same route back, you'd have been, like, here and able to swoop in and take this puck with max stamina already going 17 miles an hour. Or whatever the number is, 17.6. But you get met. You have to use stamina to beat that guy. You end up getting lucky and actually winning this 50, so you can keep continuing to play. And then now you get swallowed because these guys are able to, you're still not at max, I don't think. Unless that is, no, 16.8 is max. So you get to max once they're already on top of you, right? These guys are forming a literal wall. You're not going to get past this. Good attempt at the shot. It's probably the best option you could have made there. So once again, 79 is still trolling. I mean, do you know, like, I don't see any word on which this pass actually ends up working. I mean, like, the fact that Charbard is in the middle of nowhere is so beneficial for you. Then he gets, okay, I mean, once again, just, like, look at your map, right? Like, you need to be more accustomed to actually, like, carrying the puck, right? Like, if you're really worried about him doing something, slam the puck against the boards here, like, you can come out with the puck, but, doing this, like, I mean, let's say that you're not at 8 seconds, right? Doing this and pushing the puck out is probably going to lead to a turnover in any other game. Like, this guy's not sitting on whoever 73 is. I mean, that's clear as day. A free breakout pass. So just be more conscious about where you're laying the puck. Don't just get rid of the puck because, you don't want to, have a turnover or anything. I should just get the intermission, sorry. Okay, face off. Okay, so puck goes instantly to the right, so then you go to it. Alright, right here, literally just start turning in. Just go. Like, he's going to get beat, so. But now you guys are both beat. Now 3 of you guys are beat. Because Charbard did a nuclear torpedo. Okay, Sav clutches up. Wins the 3-on-1. Okay, nice. Good job. You preloaded your stick. You really smacked the puck out of there. That was good. But see, now you're chasing Charbard. Right? Like, you just made a good play, so now continue keeping up pressure. Stick with this guy. Don't both chase it and then give this guy an open option. Who is 73? I'm being so serious. Who is this guy? I gotta DM this guy. Stop leaving the play whenever you guys have the damn puck. Or I mean, like, whenever his team has the puck. Was this an OT game? I should really speed this up. This is 27 minutes long. I'm only gonna do the I'll review the goal that occurs and what leads up to it, but I don't really like making 2-hour recordings, although I probably would. I mean, that's a rough, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I think you get a lot more control when your FOV is not at 170 or 150, whatever it is right now, 140, because this is like, it's a lot to look at. And, you know, whoever's on their team gives a fucking free breakaway. So that's another issue, but not breakaway, but sorry, like cross crease to the hashes. I mean, it's like a reverse button hook. But you guys didn't even make the pass. I don't know why I keep talking about it, but okay, I see you anticipated the option 13. Okay, see, you're not getting greedy here, right? Like, and now you're in the play, right? You're doing a good job. You were able to back check him. Like, this is really how you're supposed to, like, do a forecheck, because now you didn't, you know, blow past him or anything and go all the way who knows where. Like, you are very much so in the play, ready to come down and meet him. So that's good on you. The guy makes a bad pass. Either that or you end up getting his blade face. It looks like, yeah, kind of a little bit of both. Okay, round to 10. Okay, note. Right? These guys are a couple. If this guy does anything here, this guy's to follow, or else he is completely open breakaway. Like, he can come up this way if he wants, but there's no reason for him to do that. He's gonna keep going this way. So you go to the boards, right? You're ahead of this guy. You can, you know, make a long route to the boards even if you want, but like, go get open. But instead, you know, now you've come across and you've met Charbard on the exact same side of the rink, where now this one guy can come over and cover both of you guys. Whichever one of you guys gets the puck. And instead of having, you know, being here and having a world of opportunity, now hold on. I kind of want to draw it out. You come here, right? And realistically, if this guy is any smart at all, he's going to be going to where you are, right? He's going to be kind of chasing you. But based on what he did here, he might be doing this. He literally might. While he has this going on behind him or in front of him. Who knows? I'm not really sure what he's going to decide to do. But whatever he's doing right now is already an issue. But if he does end up coming here, look who is wide open. Right? He's wide open. These guys are coupled. You're over here. And you've got a lob pass. Here, hold on. Let me clear it. He's got a lob pass. He's got a D to D through option. And, you know, if he's so inclined, a Charbard turnaround, pick up pass kind of moment. If that's really what he wants to do. But He ends up trying to get 17. 17 misses the puck. Puck's not in the air, is it? Oh, it was in the air. Okay. Maybe he's trying to get to you then? You missed the puck. Charbard actually ends up picking it up. And once again, look how long. Look how this guy is just now getting back to where he was supposed to be. This could have been you. And you would have been open since back here. Since here. Right? Like, opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're already at 44 minutes, so I might need to see if I can speed this up a tad bit. Let's see. A video. I can't remember. I've actually never had to speed it up, you know, because playback speed faster. Okay, we're moving a little quick, but you know, I generally try and keep my videos around 45 minutes. Okay, go stay boards, right? You can literally this is actually, I'm sorry. Excuse me. This is another part where you can just stop on the boards. And the reason why you can stop here and not have any movement, which you can continue coming in, or you can just stop, right? Like, you don't... It just depends, right? It depends what you're more comfortable with. If you hate taking the puck out of the zone and skating with it, then don't come down. Sit here. Because what you can do is you can come to the boards here. You can post up, have your stick on the wall, looking for an option, you know, back to your defenseman, something down the line, or realistically across the ice, I guess. That's a better term for this. To any of these guys over here. I mean, whenever you have a lot of time to just stop on these boards and receive a pass and think. You may even have your own opportunity to turn back around and go. It just depends on how open you are. And by the looks of it, you would have been monstrously open. But now he ends up getting forced into an absolute nothing play. Gets blocked, I believe. And now turnover, right? You've got to give your defenseman options, or else they are going to never be able to pass it to you. I'm not sure what happened there. I won't talk about it. Nice, good clear. That's fine. I don't like if you like clearing, getting a full like fledged like full blown clear out of the rink or your zone is completely fine with me. You know, it gives your team a time to recoup their stamina. Your goalie can recoup stamina. You guys can reposition. It's like, you know, if it's a dangerous situation, you're just trying to alleviate that pressure. Perfect. Just get rid of it. Obviously, you know, you want to find a pass so you can create pressure of your own, but, you know. Okay, Charbard cherry picking. Nice. All right. Playing goalie tennis. G-Done's cherry picking. Oh, Sav is 17? I thought Sav was on your team. Okay, it's Christmas guy on your team. Okay, this actually is like, once again, like you are stopped here in front of the net. And this is actually where, personally, I mean, it's not even the worst situation, right? Like, I don't know. It all depends on what it looks like, right? Like, if the play continues and you see this occur, yeah, I mean, just sit there, just wait. But you know, if you're questioning what you should do, and there's a guy here and a guy still behind you, just leave and go to the boards, right? Like, go get out, go offer some structural support, because you've got Charbard right here, ready for an even nastier backdoor behind you. Whereas you still have a great option. And after seeing this, I probably would wait here too. I mean, although it's, you know, one of y'all should end up leaving. It just depends. What happens? Okay, ends up trying to maybe get to do this goalie triangle, which means it would have been a Charbard angle, but obviously that doesn't happen. Okay, right here, I sure as hell would not have waited here, because this is if 17 gets beat, this is a you are just cut out of the play, right? Like they're all going down, and it's a 4-on-2. This is interesting. I mean, like like I like your thinking here because realistically he can just tap this to you, and then you can pick up the puck here, and you can control it and wait for anything else to happen here. You can just play off your defenseman. Do you ever like pick up the puck and actually control it? Is my real question, because you don't really touch the puck much in a game. Like, do you try and control it like that guy is? My question for you. Because I might actually bust out the puck here for a moment and make a special edition. VOD view where I show my own little things. Okay, yeah, so just absolutely nothing occurs. Great. I mean, there's not much to comment there in the last bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and skip over to... It's shootout. Okay. Let's see. When do you go? Let's see this tech here. Okay. So this is good because you have to control... Okay, so you tilt your stick. So look. This is not a good position to shoot from because when you're swinging like this, where are you going to hit the puck, right? You're going to hit the puck like this. And then when you're swinging through, where's the puck going to go? Like, I can already tell the puck is not going to go the correct direction. Like, if this actually does get on the net, maybe I just don't understand what this pivot point is because it doesn't look like how it... I don't know. I just feel like this is going to go left. But let me back up real quick. Right? The only time you ever tilt your stick here when you're controlling the puck... Excuse me. Oh my gosh. You've already decided your shot angle before you even got into the goalie, right? You have determined that you are shooting the puck with one tilt, and you are not even past the blue line. Okay, so you actually do end up... This is good, right? You end up moving enough to the left. You're physically tilting your body this direction, because then you clip it with your whatever the toe of your stick. So it's actually like, I mean, it is green. It is green, but your follow through does not like I said, since you had it out here, your follow through is weak, and it ends up going wide. And you also shoot from a super closed angle. You gotta make the goalie move, or else he's just gonna continue advancing, closing the angle. Okay. So real quick, time to launch puck, just so I can go ahead and enlighten you with a couple concepts. Oh boy, this is already 50 minutes long. Okay, let's close this. So, I'm actually going to join a dedicated server. Oh, they're offline right now. Great. Okay. So, if you are on the rink and you have your FOV at... Oops. 140, is it? No, it's higher. 150. Yeah, so you have your FOV at like 150, right? Whenever you're like... This is hard, right? Like when you see how close I am to the circles and where the net is, it's like lining anything up from an angle like this is so much harder than having it at 120, let's say, where you can still see like left and right pretty far, and you can still see under you. So if you're gonna change anything right after this, I would try and drop your FOV to something a little bit more natural, so that you can... This server sucks, dude. I'm sorry, I have to reset it. I don't know what's up with it. Will it come on? Will it come online again, bro? Okay, it's taking a lot. There it is. So, oh, it still feels terrible, man. This is embarrassing. Okay, um, so like yeah, with 120, now you can control the puck more. You can see what's going on like more naturally, and everything in front of you is a little bit more like 1-to-1. You know, like your stick still looks normal. You can see what's going on under you, and you can still see a wide range of what's you know around you. And personally, you know, I like to play all the way down at like 98, which is generally on the higher side. And like here, it's kind of I base most of my gameplay off my map, right? My map is the biggest like difference, like game changer, right? Because I can see this, right? Which is what is that? It's like here to here. If you just glance over here, look, you can see all this. You know, so I would start trying to use the map more than you are your FOV, because it'll allow you to come in come in closer to the puck, see everything a little bit more, you know, more accurately, and then you can, you know, really, I guess, in your mind visualize what should happen a little bit more often. And then another thing I noticed more is you need to be more comfortable with, like, practicing with, or I guess holding the puck, right? Because you're very like, okay, I've got the puck, okay, shoot, or you know, you'll pick it up and you'll just bang instantly. It's like, okay, that's not necessarily helpful for your team, right? Like you need to be somebody on the ice that can help create um, pressure, right? Pressure's the name of the game. So if you can, you know, control the puck and like even just like this, you know, tilt your stick one direction, come around, take it in a circle with the other. That's like even this will help you create a lot more. And if you can even, you know, if you don't even want to rotate your stick, you can still kind of like set something up like that. I'm gonna go into practice mode because, like I said, I'm lagging very bad. I think I know why. So never mind. I have way too much recording software open. Is there anything else I need to add? Your stamina usage was sometimes a little bit rough. There were points and times where I was like, I don't think he should utilize it that much. Let me quickly reopen it with media player this time. I'm trying to. Oh, I've got to close the game. Trying to remember if there's anything else in specific that I felt like was a detrimental to your game. It's a lot better. It's a lot better when doing this in person. But it's, you know, easier to just make it over video. So, you know, if now would be the point in which I would ask if you have any questions, you know, about anything that occurred in the game. So if you want, you can just, you know, message on Discord and say, hey, yeah, blah, 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 you said whatever. And then, you know, I'll respond and tell you anything that you want to know. And if you have any questions about, like, any techniques or whatever, if you feel like is a, you know, big hindrance to your gameplay, like if you think that your ability to stick handle is really making the game, like, impossible for you, because you literally did not stick handle, like, at all. Like, the only time you stick handled was, you know, the you came down the rink one time this way, and then once again, you know, the shootout. So that's one of that realistically, just trying to stick handle and practicing that is the first thing you should do, along with dropping your FOV to like 120. I don't think this is really playable. Like, or at least long term. Like this is something that might actually be harming you. Let's see, is there anything else? Stick handling first, dropping your FOV, and then next, obviously making sure you take care of this. And then while you're actually in game, make sure you're just watching your routes back to defense, and make sure that you know, well, realistically, it would be the other direction since You guys are down here. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, your route's back to defense. Make sure you're paying attention to that. And then once again, you also need to be more aware of when you're coming back on defense, where you should actually stop and remain, so you can cut off lanes and help alleviate pressure off of your defense so that they can have a more clear and concise option for breakout passes, and so that they can so that you are pushing the line so that the defenders have to be conscious of where you are, once again causing or leading it to where there's only two guys ever forechecking the puck, and the other defensemen are staying outside of the play. There's a lot of rambling, so anyways, I apologize, but have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.